Welcome viewers, you're now watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time. First the headlines. The ECI has announced the second phase of special intensive revision of electoral rules for 12 states and union territories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing the 22nd ASEAN Summit highlighted key areas for collaboration, counter-terrorism, early review of ASEAN-India FTA, maritime security. The Supreme Court on Monday issued notices to all states and union territories regarding incidents of digital era scams across the country. In a chilling revelation from the capital, Delhi police have solved the mystery behind the death of a 32-year-old UPSC aspirant whose charred body was found in his Gandhi Vihar flat earlier this month. Those were the top headlines, and now for the news in details. The current Chief Justice of India, CJI Justice B.R. Gavai, will retire on November 23, 2025, upon reaching the mandatory retirement age of 65. As per tradition, the sitting CJI recommends the name of his successor about a month before demitting office. In line with this convention, Justice Gavai has recommended Justice Surya Kant, the senior-most judge of the Supreme Court, to the Union Law Ministry as his successor. Following this recommendation, the Union Government, through the Ministry of Law and Justice, has begun the formal appointment process. This step was initiated after the Law Ministry wrote to the CJI requesting the name of the next Chief Justice, a standard part of the procedure. The appointment is carried out under the Memorandum of Procedure, MOP, the official document that governs judicial appointments. According to the MOP, the senior-most judge of the Supreme Court considered fit for the role is recommended for appointment as the next Chief Justice of India. Once the government completes the formalities, Justice Surya Kant will be appointed as the 53rd Chief Justice of India. Now let's get to know more about who is Justice Surya Kant. Justice Surya Kant, who is currently the senior-most judge of the Supreme Court, after Chief Justice B.R. Gavai, is now in line to become the next 53rd Chief Justice of India. Born on February 10, 1962, into a middle-class family, Justice Surya Kant completed his graduation from Government Postgraduate College in Hisar in 1981 and went on to obtain his bachelor's degree in law from Maharishi Dayanand University, which is in Rohtak, in 1984. He began his legal practice the same year at the District Court in Hisar, which is in 1985 shifted to Chandigarh to practice before the Punjab and Haryana High Court. Continuing to upgrade his academic credentials, he later earned his master's degree in law from Kurukshetra University in 2011, securing first class. Justice Kant was appointed Chief Justice of Himachal Pradesh High Court on October 5, 2018 and was later elevated to the Supreme Court of India on May 24, 2019. Along with his judicial responsibilities, he also holds key positions, serving as the visitor of the National University of Study and Research in Law, Ranchi, as the ex officio executive chairman of National Legal Services Authority of NALSA. Upon formal appointment, Justice Surya Kant will take charge as the 53rd Chief Justice of India on November 24, 2025 and is expected to serve a tenure of nearly 15 months until February 9, 2027. The Election Commission of India has announced the second phase of special intensive revision of electoral rules for 12 states and union territories. The aim is to overhaul and update the voter list across the country, covering 51 crore voters. In this phase, the SIR will begin on Tuesday and will take place in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Goa, Puducherry, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. The primary objective of the SIR is to create clean and accurate electoral rolls by correcting errors that have crept in over the past 2 decades due to frequent migration, resulting in voters getting registered at more than one place, one removal of that voters and wrongful inclusion of any foreigner. CEC Gyanish Kumar confirmed that the electoral rolls will be frozen immediately to begin the process. He also said Aadhaar card not proof of date of birth of domicile. Aadhaar not proof of citizenship but can be furnished as identity proof in SIR exercise. Revision of electoral rolls in Assam to be announced separately. Also, draft rolls will be published on December 9th. Final electoral rolls on February 7. Enumeration process will begin on November 4.
सबने मिलकर मतदाता सूची को शुद्ध बनाने का कार्य किया और नतीजा आपके सामने है। 0 अपील्स, अर्थात बिहार की मतदाता सूची अधिकतम शुद्ध मानी जाएगी। अब फेज 2 12 राज्यों में या संघ शासित प्रदेशों में आरंभ होने वाला है। SIR के समय EROs और AEROs मिलकर सबसे पहला जो काम करेंगे वो इन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म्स को प्रिंट करेंगे। जिन राज्यों में SIR हो रहा है या अभी होने वाला है, उनकी मतदाता सूची आज रात को 12 बजे फ्रीज कर दी जाएगी और उन हर मतदाता को जिसका नाम उस सूची में है उसको एक यूनिक इन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म प्रिंट करके BLO उसके घर देने जाएंगे। इन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म में वो आवश्यक डिटेल्स होंगे जो कि आज की मतदाता सूची में हैं। जब BLO फॉर्म्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना शुरू करेंगे एग्जिस्टिंग इलेक्टर्स को, उसके बाद इन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म में जिसका भी नाम है वो उसको लिंक करने का प्रयास करेंगे कि क्या उन्हीं का नाम 2003 की सूची में था। अगर था तो उनको कोई भी कागज और नहीं देने होंगे। इसी तरीके से अगर उनका नाम स्वयं नहीं था और उनके पिताजी या माताजी का नाम था तो भी उनको कोई और कागज नहीं देने होंगे। तो ये लिंकिंग और मैचिंग, बिहार जब हमने SIR किया था तो सिर्फ बिहार की अवेलेबल थी और आज पूरे देश की 2002 से 4 में हुए SIR की मतदाता सूची जो लिंक दिया गया है voters.eci.gov.in पर कोई भी देख सकता है और इस मैचिंग को स्वयं भी कर सकता है। शेड्यूल प्रिंटिंग और ट्रेनिंग का कार्य कल से शुरू होगा और 3 नवंबर तक चलेगा। हाउस टू हाउस इन्यूमरेशन 4 नवंबर से 4 दिसंबर तक। पब्लिकेशन ऑफ ड्राफ्ट इलेक्टोरल रोल्स 9 दिसंबर 2025। क्लेम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्शंस का पीरियड 9 दिसंबर 2025 से लेकर 8 जनवरी 2026। जिन लोगों को नोटिस जाएंगे उनकी हियरिंग और वेरिफिकेशन का समय 9 दिसंबर से 31 जनवरी तक होगा और फाइनल इलेक्टोरल रोल्स 7 फरवरी 2026 को प्रकाशित किए जाएंगे।
Heading on to the next news. The Supreme Court on Monday issued notices to all states and union territories regarding incidents of digital arrest scams across the country. A bench of Justices Surya Kant and Jumalia Bagchi asked all the states to furnish details of cyber arrest cases pending for investigation and posted the matter for hearing on November 3rd. It also contemplated handing over the investigation to the Central Bureau of Investigation and inquired whether the CBI has the resources to handle all such cases across the country. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for the centre, said the CBI was already dealing with such few cases. The bench said it wants a uniform probe but will not issue any directions today without hearing the states. Earlier, the Apex Court took suo motu cognizance of incidents of digital arrest scams where fraudsters impersonate law enforcement agencies or judicial authorities to extort money from citizens, particularly senior citizens. The top court had, in a previous hearing, observed that a fabrication of judicial orders bearing forged signatures of judges strike at the very foundation of public trust in the judicial system and the rule of law. It had said that such action constituted a direct assault on the institution's dignity. The Apex Court has said that coordinated efforts between the central and state police are required to unearth the full extent of enterprise involving forging judicial documents, extortion, robbery of innocent people, most importantly the senior citizens, for a better understanding for our viewers. A digital arrest is a scam which is a form of impersonation, fraud, where criminals pose as law enforcement officials and falsely accuse victims of involvement in serious crimes such as drug trafficking, money laundering or terror funding. The fraudster then coerces the victim into an online interrogation via phone or video call. Victims are threatened with arrest if they fail to comply. We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned.
My name is King. ढलाई किंग, कंक्रीट का असली किंग.
If you or a family member is in need of blood, make sure that you take blood only from licensed blood banks. Protect yourself from HIV.
My name is King. ढलाई किंग, कंक्रीट का असली किंग.
Welcome back, viewers. India and Asian nations strengthened their bond at 22nd ASEAN-India Summit on Sunday in Kuala Lumpur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted key areas for collaboration, counter-terrorism, early review of Asian-India FTA, maritime security, among others. The Prime Minister stated that terrorism poses a serious challenge to global peace and security and stressed the importance of unity in fight against it, according to the Ministry of External Affairs press release. Prime Minister Modi participated virtually in the summit, and the Prime Minister and Asian leaders also jointly reviewed progress in ASEAN-India relations and discussed initiatives to strengthen the comprehensive strategic partnership. This was the Prime Minister's 12th participation in the India-ASEAN Summit. Prime Minister emphasized that early review of the Asian-India FTA AITIGA can unleash the full economic potential of our relationships for the benefit of people and further strengthen regional cooperation.
इस वर्ष की आसियान समिट की थीम है इंक्लूसिविटी एंड सस्टेनेबिलिटी, और ये थीम हमारे साझा प्रयासों में स्पष्ट दिखती है, चाहे वो डिजिटल इंक्लूजन हो या फिर मौजूदा वैश्विक चुनौतियों के बीच फूड सिक्योरिटी और रिजिलियंट सप्लाई चेन सुनिश्चित करना। भारत इन प्राथमिकताओं का पूर्ण समर्थन करता है और इस दिशा में साथ आगे बढ़ने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। फ्रेंड्स, भारत हर आपदा में अपने आसियान मित्रों के साथ मजबूती से खड़ा रहा है। HADR, समुद्री सुरक्षा और ब्लू इकोनॉमी में हमारा सहयोग तेजी से बढ़ रहा है। इसको देखते हुए हम 2026 को आसियान इंडिया ईयर ऑफ मैरीटाइम कोऑपरेशन घोषित कर रहे हैं। साथ ही हम एजुकेशन, टूरिज्म, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, हेल्थ, ग्रीन एनर्जी और साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आपसी सहयोग को भी मजबूती से आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। अपनी साझा सांस्कृतिक विरासत को संजोने और पीपल टू पीपल संबंधों को मजबूत करने के लिए हम साथ मिलकर काम करते रहेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, 21वीं सदी हमारी सदी है, भारत और आसियान की सदी है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आसियान कम्युनिटी विजन 2045 और विकसित भारत 2047 का लक्ष्य पूरी मानवता के लिए एक उज्जवल भविष्य का निर्माण करेगा। आप सभी के साथ भारत कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर इस दिशा में काम करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
In Guwahati, Assam, thousands of devotees had gathered along the Brahmaputra riverbank at Lachit Ghat to celebrate Chhath Puja with deep devotion and spiritual fervor. Similar celebrations had also taken place at several other ghats across Guwahati and different parts of the state. The 4-day Hindu festival dedicated to the sun god Surya and Chhathi Maya had been observed with rituals of fasting, holy bathing and offering arghya to both the setting and rising sun. Originally celebrated in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand, the festival had gained growing popularity in Assam, drawing large gatherings of devotees each year. The observance had symbolized gratitude towards the sun god for sustaining life on earth and fulfilling wishes while upholding the tradition of reverence to both the rising and setting sun.
ये बहुत हम लोग का महापर्व है। ये हम लोग जो भी मानसिक मानते हैं, ये बहुत मानसिक हम लोग पूरा होने के कारण हम लोग ये पूजा को हम लोग उठाते हैं। इसको कोई भी कर सकता है, ये मुस्लिम, हिंदी, हिंदुस्तानी चाहे बंगाली सब करता है इसको। ये पूजा हम लोग का 4 दिन चलता है। पहले दिन लौकी भात रहता है, दूसरे दिन में खरना रहता है जिसमें रोटी और खीर बनता है, तीसरे दिन में जो हम लोग आज आए हैं पहला घाट में, कल चौथा दिन है जो लास्ट है।
सबसे खास है कि हम लोग जुबिनदार के श्रद्धांजलि दे। जो जुबिनदार जो हमारे थे, ये जुबिनदार हमारे असम के लीजेंड थे, जो मसीहा बोला जा सकता है, बहुत बड़े सिंगर थे। उन्हीं के नाम पे हम लोग श्रद्धांजलि देकर गेट भी हम लोग उन्हीं का नाम से बनाए हैं। जो छठ पूजा, छठ मैया उनको अच्छा से रख सके, छठ मैया का उनका आशीर्वाद मिले। और उसके तरह से चारों तरफ देख सकते हैं आप, छठ पूजा का आयोजन किया गया है बढ़िया से। तो हम लोग मेन जुबिनदार का श्रद्धांजलि के लिए हम लोग ये गेट बनाए।
बहुत नियम है ये पूजा में,
पहला क्या
बहुत शक्ति है। पहला होता है नहान खान, उसमें चना का दाल, लाव का सब्जी, अरबा चावल का भात खाया जाता है, लहसुन प्याज नहीं, कुछ नहीं। फिर वो बिहान बेले उपास, निर्जल उपास रहता है। शाम में खीर रोटी बनाया जाता है, तो वही खीर रोटी खाकर वही रहेगा, वही उपास करके कल तक रहेगा, वही भूखा रहेगा। उनका होता है गंगा माँ का है, गंगा माँ का महत्व दिया जाता है, गंगा माँ का आदि किया जाता है कि हे गंगा माँ, आपके चरण में हम जल में खड़ा है। चाहे बेटा धन संपत्ति सबका दुनिया बरकत दीजिए, 121 कीजिए। आप क्या कहें?
We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned.
My name is King. ढलाई किंग, कंक्रीट का असली किंग।
UP on the rise, सुन ले आसमां, डबल इंजन का ये मिशन है महान। 2047 तक हम न रुकेंगे, 6 ट्रिलियन का ड्रीम पूरा करेंगे। मथुरा की गलियों में गूंजे है राधा, अयोध्या में दूर हुई मंदिर की बाधा, काशी प्रयागराज की गोल्डन चमक, यूपी सरकार की गूंजे धमक। सड़कों पर फर्राटा फिक्रलेस बिल्कुल बिंदास, एक्सप्रेस वे पर साए साए पूरा विश्वास। विकसित यूपी की बढ़ गई प्यास, 2047 का ये विजन बहुत खास। माफिया का दी एंड, फियर गॉन, योगी राज में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर हुआ स्ट्रॉन्ग। बेखौफ घूमे जनता, गुंडों पर मार, नया यूपी तोड़ रहा पुरानी दीवार। यूपी ऑन द राइज, सुन ले आसमां, डबल इंजन का ये मिशन है महान। 2047 तक हम न रुकेंगे, 6 ट्रिलियन का ड्रीम पूरा करेंगे।
My name is King. ढलाई किंग, कंक्रीट का असली किंग।
Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav had briefed the media about the electronics component manufacturing scheme, outlining key components to be produced under the initiative. He had stated that printed circuit boards (PCBs) would be among the primary products manufactured, highlighting their use across a wide range of electronic equipment, from laptops and servers to industrial machinery, train sets, rockets and aircraft. Vaishnav had explained that high-density multi-layered PCBs would be developed domestically, with about 20% of India's demand expected to be met by the new plans. The minister had further added that high-purity copper laminates, camera modules and tin films used in capacitors would also be manufactured in India. According to him, these facilities were projected to meet 15% of nation's camera module demand and 100% of copper laminate requirements, marking a major step towards strengthening India's electronic manufacturing ecosystem.
And we'll be starting the entire kicking off this project today. The components which will be manufactured are, first, PCBs. This is a very complex PCB. These kind of PCBs will be manufactured. और ये PCB करीब करीब हर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इक्विपमेंट में जाती है, whether लैपटॉप हो, सर्वर हो, इंडस्ट्रियल इक्विपमेंट हो, ट्रेन सेट हो, चाहे रॉकेट हो, ट्रेन हो, एविएशन की एरोप्लेन हो, सब में इस तरह की PCB जाती है. Then there is a high density PCB. High density PCB and multi-layer. So for example, this PCB is 3-layer PCB. So this has 3 layers and each of the layers is interconnected like a multi-story building. Each of the layers has its own lift, its own plumbing, its own wiring, all that stuff is there. The second component which will be manufactured is these copper laminates. These are high purity copper laminates which are used in electronics manufacturing. They will be manufactured. And third is the camera module. As you know, these are the separate different camera module items This is the rear camera. Then this is the front camera. So all these will now become, we will start manufacturing them. Fourth is the thin film inside a capacitor. This is a capacitor. इस कैपेसिटर के अंदर की जो thin film होती है, that thin film will be manufactured in a country. What's important is, in case of multi-layer PCBs, we will have 20% of our domestic demand met by these plants. In case of camera module, approximately 15% of our domestic demand will be met by these plants. In case of copper-clad laminates, right now we are importing practically. Domestic production is very negligible. This will meet 100% of our domestic demand. Our domestic demand, copper laminate, 100% of our, this is the copper laminate, this copper laminate. 100% of our domestic demand we will meet. Then polypropylene film is again completely imported. This polypropylene film, this is again completely imported. This also will.
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.